Hey, what's up, my Wangu Wazure? This is AV, and I'm back again, just sharing my artist talk with you. I was joined by Ajuan Mance and Tyler Cohen.
And when they talk about enslavement, just sort of what that looks like and what my line work should be. And then I was really surprised to see the full color of my work expressed by John James. Just the graphic detail that he was able to capture within my artwork to life.
And a big thank you to Sprocket Comix for hosting us.
Again, just the detail in the mosque and the Muslim buildings, and also just incorporating the character, just get a feel for who Lindsay is, the main character. And that's all I have for you.
I have questions for you.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, in some ways, I like your work better on color, but as you know, I'm a line fetishist, and I love your line. I like the way that John chose to use color, just to not overwhelm. But as I look at like the woman on the left versus the right, I feel like I get so much more presence out of her just in your line work. And that's not a question, that's an observation and a comment.
Wow, okay.
Can you tell a little bit more about, or give us an idea of like, what were some of like the bullet points you received?
So I would be prompted to say there was an uprising, but this was in a certain time period, so late 1500s. The Portuguese army, I had to research what their uniforms look like. So the plumes and the hats and the embellishments on their clothing, and then sort of what the streets of the Haitian streets look like, the cobblestones and the churches, and sort of I think they're brightly colored. I want to call them Spanish style, but obviously they're more Portuguese style homes that we see in the Caribbean. And just a lot of research around, okay, so I need to have a battle, I need to have blood going into the box to unleash the demons, I need to have the Muslims in the mosque praying, and so some of those details were things that were important going forward. But mostly the research for Lindsay, the main graduate student. So I had her in the dungeon of the church researching and finding out how to translate the English into Portuguese, so the boxes would have Portuguese writing, and even the tape decks or what she'd be listening to. And just a lot of blood and guts and gore, since I specialize in that. Any questions from the audience?
I was super honored to be invited and to share and answer questions from the audience.
How did it feel? I mean, because you're so used to doing your work solo, right? Like non-collaboratively. How was that?
It was a lot of panic. A lot of, oh my God, I'm giving my baby away to someone. Even though I love John James, he's wonderfully professional and just amazing artist himself, you're still giving it away to someone else to do what they want to, and they pay for it, and it's theirs now. They own it, and they can do it. Yeah, you can.
How did, maybe this is sort of maybe deeper and further back from this particular work, how did horror emerge for you as such an important kind of core, like storytelling, like motif?
Exploring horror. My brother was super into Halloween and the occult, and I just loved that. I always copied what my brothers did, and I just got into specifically Halloween, and then it kind of ghost stories and telling those kind of stories. And if it scared me, ultimately it would make me laugh. I always liken it to, and this is gonna sound so bad, to rom-com fantasy. I feel like that's just as much of a fantasy as horror. Like, you put yourself in the place of the romantic lead. Well, I put myself in the place of Jason or Michael, and not that I want to kill anyone, but it's just that excitement or adrenaline that's pumping, and it's just like fun for me. I'm a portrait classical trained artist, and I'm trying to lose that. I'm trying to forget all of that and loosen up and not put every single detail. And so that, in the research, I'm like, okay, I have enough to tell you.
And I was also super humbled to be joined by Tyler Cohen and A1 Mance, and so I did record a clip or two of their talk.
It's a little hard to read to y'all because there's no words. It's a wordless comic. So instead, I am going to share the first third of it, And then I have a bunch of production pages showing just to talk about the process a little bit.
Nerdiness and LGBTQ plus identity. So those three things intersecting and become the lens, especially the blackness and the nerdiness. You know, over-determine almost all of the work that I do. I love to geek out. I love to do research and incorporate that into my work as much as possible. And there we go. It was hosted by astrophysicist Carl Sagan, and I was smitten from the start. The beauty of a living thing is not the atoms that go into it, but the way those atoms are put together. These atoms are put together in a most alluring way. But for the 14-year-old me, it quickly became an advanced seminar in the thermodynamics of love. Follow me aboard the spaceship of the imagination. I'd follow you anywhere, hot stuff.
Overall, it was an amazing time. I had a blast. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and share. Make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for more. You guys are awesome. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. And shout out to Cassandra for filming this whole thing.